The leader of the Bosnian Serbs says they've achieved their goal. He goes on television tonight to urge Serb hardliners to accept the U.S. brokered peace agreement. The mysterious fire at the doctor's house. 2 children are dead. Now officials say they know who set it. And a case of life imitating art.
And so you're just doing your American tour now?
American tour.
This is the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather.
Good evening and a good holiday to you. In an important development, the leader of Bosnia's Serbs says he now accepts the U.S.-sponsored peace agreement for Bosnia, or at least most of it. Radovan Karadzic, the accused war criminal who's supposed to leave politics under the Ohio Agreement, said his people have achieved most of their goals. But Karadzic warned that Serbs in Sarajevo will resist giving that divided capital city to the Bosnian government. Still, at a U.S. military base in Germany today, U.S. Defense Secretary William Perry says he does not expect much organized resistance to the NATO implementation force.
We are not going in there to fight a war. We're not planning to fight our way in. We do expect that there may be some individuals or some gangs who will not accept the decision of their leaders, will not accept the signatures that were made at Dayton. And therefore, we are going in very well armed and with very firm rules of engagement.
This peace agreement represents a bitter disappointment for the Serbs. They wanted more territory, but it's the best they could get. When the leader of Serbia proper, President Milosevic, launched the war in 1990, he was aiming to create a grand Greater Serbia, including portions of Bosnia and Croatia. At its height, the territory conquered by Serbian forces stretched from eastern Croatia across 70% of Bosnia. Under the Dayton Agreement, the Serbs will get none of Croatia and just under half of Bosnia. The new Bosnian Serb Republic consists of 2 big chunks of land connected by a narrow corridor that's still in dispute. The other half of the country is to be controlled by a federation of Bosnian Muslims and Croats. The problem is, those 2 sides have fought their own battles, and the wounds are far from healed. Correspondent Bob Simon reports from one city devastated and divided by the war.
Mostar means bridge in Serbo-Croatian, and the bridge was built in 1566, a single span of shining white cobalt. It survived the fall of the Ottoman Empire. It survived 2 world wars. It survived until exactly 2 years ago, when Croatian tanks dropped it into the river. It's been replaced by a frail and flimsy footbridge over a river which has become the border of a divided city. 250 people a day are now allowed to cross from one side to the other to spend a few hours with friends and relatives in a foreign land, just over the bridge. In 1 week, according to the agreement, the barriers between East and West Mostar will all come down. The checkpoints will be eliminated. But the bridges linking the 2 sides of this city are thin and fragile. And even if the division ends officially, all it will really mean at first is a reunification of ruins. The most disquieting thing is that this most beautiful city in Bosnia was not destroyed in a battle with the Serbs. It was devastated in a municipal war between Muslims and Croats, people who were supposed to be allies. I lost my mother, my brother, my mother-in-law, and many others, says the cabbage salesman. But one day we'll have to end the war. Better now than later.
I think it will be peace forever. It's time that everybody stop the war.
And you think the war is going to stop?
Yeah, war is over. That's 100%.
Hope is blossoming slowly in the cold November sun. There's reconstruction too, but little cooperation.
People are tentatively trying to meet again with neighbors and friends, and they do it on a very one-by-one basis, and that's going to take a long time.
Mostar, Bosnia, was once almost defined by bridges between communities, nationalities, faiths. When the Croats shelled this bridge, they were destroying an idea, and that cannot be rebuilt, not by an agreement, not by 60,000 soldiers from distant lands. Bob Simon, CBS News, Mostar.
President Clinton will make his case for sending American troops to Bosnia in a speech from the White House Monday evening. We turn now to the U.S. economy. In the retail game, they're playing the Super Bowl today, the most important shopping day of the year, and the stores are nervous. As the critical holiday shopping season begins, there are signs consumers may not be in much of a spending mood. Retail sales are off for the first time in 3 months. Incomes are growing slowly, up just 0.4% in September, and consumers are cutting back on credit purchases. Out among the shoppers today, CBS News economics correspondent Ray Brady.
They burst through the doors early, shoppers on the biggest shopping day of the year. But if Americans are shopping, will they also be spending? For stores, that question may be bigger than ever.
We're really trying to cut back this year.
She's not alone. Estimates are the average consumer this year will spend $685 for the holidays, down from $714 spent last year. So this year at the stores, even more promotions. In Beverly Hills, the mayor sounded the store's battle cry.
That's it. Let the season start. Let's go shopping, huh?
And that's not all. Those stores have always had their Santas.
Well, you tell me what you want me to bring.
Many now copy this Pittsburgh store with kiddie parties. But this year there's a Grinch. More layoffs in recent weeks by large corporations.
By next week or two, I might be on layoff.
And that fear could keep many from spending this year. Worse, there simply are too many stores. And says one expert, this season holiday spending may not bail out the losers.
High credit card debt has left, I think, the consumers a lot poorer this year than they were last year.
Well, I'm spending more cash this year, putting the charge cards away. Less charging.
Normally, consumers don't worry about running up big bills during the holidays. But right now, the average holder owes nearly $4,000 on that credit card. So this may be the one holiday when Americans don't make merry with their plastic. Ray Brady, CBS News, New York.
Sales were light on Wall Street today with the market open just half a day, but that was long enough to set a record. The Dow Industrials gained more than 7 points and closed at an all-time high. Officially off the New York Stock Exchange now after 58 years is CBS. The deal was completed today that makes CBS a wholly owned subsidiary of the Westinghouse Electric Corporation. And Westinghouse, the largest single owner of radio and television stations, with 55. Still ahead on the Friday CBS Evening News, a prominent physician now charged in a multiple murder, shedding a new light on life-saving heart surgery, and some people think they own the road. This woman does.
These vegetables are about to be perfectly steamed, like food has never been steamed before, in the Black & Decker Handy Steamer. Because deliciously steamed food requires perfect timing.
I asked him to buy Correctol. He buys this.
It was cheaper. What's the difference?
For 40 years, women have trusted Correctol for gentle, overnight relief.
This isn't my regular beer.
It was cheaper. What's the difference?
Correctol, the one more women trust.
It begins with a sound you can feel. Over 200 horses, powerful, almost angry. It knows your mind with steering that feels your speed. It's a new Pontiac Bonneville. So strong, so passionate. It takes the old idea of spending thousands more for a European performance sedan and leaves it at the side of the road. The new Pontiac Bonneville.
When Susan Smith confessed last year to drowning her young sons in South Carolina, the entire country asked how a mother could kill her own children. That question is being asked once again tonight, this time about a doctor in Kansas. Correspondent Bob McNamara has the story.
Once, Dr. Deborah Green seemed to have it all. Tonight, she is either a victim or a villain, charged with killing 2 of her children and trying to kill her husband, a heart specialist. Prosecutors say she set the fire that last month destroyed the family home and took the lives of her 13-year-old son and 6-year-old daughter. While Green and another daughter escaped, police soon began building a case against the one-time cancer specialist, investigating an earlier fire that damaged another house the family had lived in. Police also say they found evidence that Dr. Green had been trying to poison her husband. According to investigators, making him so sick, he's been hospitalized several times.
It's a domestic situation, and there was a lot of turmoil related to that.
In court today, Bail was set at $3 million over the protests of the doctor's defense team.
She's asserted her innocence, and she intends to stay here and fight these charges.
It will be a difficult fight for the woman who once seemed to have a promising career and a perfect family. Tonight, prosecutors say they may seek the death penalty. Bob McNamara, CBS News, Dallas.
In the battle against heart disease, one of nature's older inventions and one of medicine's newest innovations are now being combined in the operating room to save lives. Health correspondent Dr. Bob Arnott shows you what's going on beyond the cutting edge of heart surgery.
Let me check on your heart.
John Knowles is one of the more than 50,000 Americans with such severe heart disease that his doctors had reached a dead end in his treatment.
It feels like an elephant standing in your chest, you know, and you can't breathe, you can't cry.
After quadruple bypass surgery, 2 balloon angioplasty procedures, and medication no longer relieved his pain, Knowles was offered one last chance. Experimental laser surgery.
Fire. You're going to die or you're going to do this. So, you know, it's a chance you got to take.
He took a chance on TMR, or transmyocardial revascularization, a procedure inspired by reptiles. While human heart muscle is supplied by coronary arteries, which can become blocked, reptiles' hearts get blood from tiny channels inside the heart muscle.
And these small holes, we think, will allow blood to come from the cavity of the heart and feed the muscle of the heart.
Instead of the long incision necessary for a bypass operation, in TMR, surgeons like Bud Frazier make a 4-inch cut between the 5th and 6th ribs. Then they take aim with a laser at part of the heart not receiving enough oxygen.
Fire.
A computer synchronizes the laser so that it fires just before the heart begins to pump, when it is least sensitive to damage. As many as 40 holes are made.
Physically, I feel better than I felt in a year and a half.
We are enthusiastic that this is going to bring a new opportunity to help patients who can't be helped normally.
Although the FDA has only approved TMR as an operation of last resort in the United States, it is already being used as an alternative to bypass in Europe and Asia. In fact, a head-to-head comparison of bypass and TMR was undertaken in Saudi Arabia. It demonstrated that both operations had similar results, but the laser had fewer complications. Dr. Bob Arnott, CBS News, New York.
A Greyhound bus bound from North Carolina to New York hit a highway embankment in Maryland today and rolled over. It happened in clear, dry weather on a straight roadway. 36 people were injured in the Maryland bus wreck, at least 3 seriously. Just ahead, in a country still traumatized by the Chernobyl meltdown, terrorists send a radiation scare through the heart of Moscow.
You ready?
Yes.
Tell me what you smell.
I have no idea.
You're really stuffed.
Yes.
I have a nasal spray I want to give you. Now what do you smell?
That's an orange.
You got it. Curious about the product?
Dristan.
Dristan 12-hour nasal spray.
Man, I can breathe.
It's a great time to be silver because you're over 50 and you haven't lost your edge. Now there's a Centrum made just for you. Centrum Silver for your changing nutritional needs. Centrum Silver. It's a great time to be silver.
When gas pain and bloating make me feel like this, I take a new gas-fighting pill that looks like this.
GasX introduces new extra-strength GasX soft gels with as much gas-fighting medicine as this much Mylanta, concentrated in an easy-to-swallow soft gel for powerful relief that gets to your gas pain fast.
So I feel like me again.
Now get easy-to-swallow gas pain relief in new extra-strength GasX soft gels.
Oh, this is great.
Merry Christmas.
It's perfect.
Yes, there is a Santa, the Norelco Santa. Come to town with great gift ideas for the holidays, like the Maverick beard and mustache trimmer, for just the look he wants. The Norelco Speed Razor, for close and comfortable to go. Or Santa's favorite, the Norelco Triple Header, for our closest shave ever. The perfect gifts for the perfect look. Norelco brings you closer for the holidays.
The setting is civilized, but don't let that fool you. It's really a war zone, and we'll take you to the front lines. Join Charles Osgood this Sunday morning.
Now he says, let's go, baby. Come on.
Whatever happened to sportsmanship? Whatever happened to my worthy opponent? Some answers Sunday on 60 Minutes.
Chechen rebels have claimed responsibility for a nuclear scare in Moscow. Russian authorities tried to assure the public today that there was no danger from a radioactive parcel found right in the middle of town. But as correspondent Tom Fenton reports, it was a reminder of an inside Russia conflict that won't go away.
Chechen rebels told the Russian television crew exactly where to find the radioactive package. And there it was, buried in a popular Moscow park. The parcel contained cesium-137, a material often used in cancer research and radiation therapy. Dangerous, but not immediately deadly. Deadly or not, Russian authorities switched on Moscow's emergency radiation detection system. No unusual levels were reported. At a press conference in his mountain hideout earlier this month, Chechen rebel leader Shamil Basayev said his group had smuggled 4 radioactive packages into Russia. 2 of them, he said, were packed with explosives and hidden in Moscow. We are prepared to commit acts of terrorism that will be felt in Russia. People think we are bluffing, said Basayev. They believe him now. It's not the first time Basayev has taken the Chechen war to the Russians. In June, he led a daring raid on the Russian town of Budyonnovsk and took more than 100 hostages. The crisis ended only after the Russian government let the rebels escape and agreed to peace talks. This latest terrorist incident comes at the end of the most violent week in Chechnya since the summer. Fighting has intensified as elections and the one-year anniversary of the war approach. But for most Russians, the faraway war in Chechnya has faded in importance. The Chechen rebels' radioactive package in the park may be more of a warning than a weapon, a chilling reminder to the Russians that the war in Chechnya is not over. Tom Fenton, CBS News, Moscow.
Word from California today that French film director Louis Malle has died of lymphoma. Malle's works included an Academy Award-winning documentary on oceanographer Jacques Cousteau and movies starring Burke Lancaster and a then young unknown Brooke Shields. And he once made a cameo appearance on his wife Candice Bergen's television show Murphy Brown. Louis Malle was 63.
Excuse me, Mr. Malle. Oh, Murphy Brown, hi. I'm delighted you'll be working with us. Thanks for dropping by. We'll see you Friday, okay?
Nobody does it like you.
The new Hoover Dirt Finder electronically senses deep down embedded dirt. You know it's clean.
Nobody
when the light turns green.
does it like you.
Nice chapeau, Ed.
Well, I bought these for Loretta, but maybe they'll look better on you. Well, what's this?
Rice Krispie Treats.
Oh.
Am I crazy, or are these red and green?
You're crazy, and they are red and green.
Now holiday Rice Krispie Treats from Kellogg's.
Puts me in the spirit. You get any more in the spirit, and it's going to get scary.
Ho, 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 and Snap, Crackle, Pop. What other cereal sounds so good?
Hey, Remington, shave this.
The newest Remington Triple Foil. The only shaver with 3 micro screens now has a 50% greater cutting rate for a close, smooth shave. The Remington Triple Foil. If you can grow it, we can shave it.
A sparkling ship on crystal waters is coming.
Absolutely gorgeous. It was so much fun.
The perfect lobster is coming.
Our waiters, they would do anything for us, any time.
Perfection is coming.
It's a gift from the captain.
Memories are coming. 7 days in Royal Caribbean's Mexican Riviera are coming. You've got some Royal Caribbean coming.
I'm on the road all season. I don't eat right. Sometimes I get irregular. But I can't let it slow me down, because if I miss a call, I will hear about it. I didn't want to use a harsh chemical laxative. They can hit you suddenly. No time out for that. So I take Metamucil. Metamucil is natural fiber. It works with my body so I can get regular, stay regular, lets me keep focused on the game. So I never miss a call, in my opinion.
Metamucil, the natural choice for regularity.
Sick of turkeys? Relax with something refreshing on ice. Brian Boitano and Victor Petrenko strut their stuff. Thanksgiving weekend on CBS.
Ever think there are too many people running for president? Ever heard of Maury Taylor?
Does the word long shot mean anything to you?
Maury who? Monday on the CBS Evening News.
If you wind up in a traffic jam this holiday weekend, you can curse the government or you can be thankful for people like Maggie Bryant, the queen of the road, her road. In Bryant's neck of the woods, it's her way or the highway. Wyatt Andrews reports tonight's Eye on America.
She is a 66-year-old multi-millionaire who just finished what no American has done for 100 years. Maggie Bryant built this road, her own private toll road.
Tell me how long this road is going to be.
14.5 miles. Do you want to run it or walk it?
Or drive on it. 30 miles outside of Washington in the Virginia suburbs, commuters today are stuck with this, Route 7, a nightmare of gridlock and 10-mile backups.
How much will the toll be?
It starts at $1.75 and then goes up.
So Bryant is gambling that those commuters will pay $1.75 to drive on her nearby toll road, which she calls the Dulles Greenway.
You don't think $1.75 is expensive for 14 miles?
10 cents a mile? No.
Mrs. Bryant and other backers risked $326 million to build this road, and in exchange, the state says the toll road can average an 18% profit.
We're selling time.
They are also selling the Cadillac of roads. Toll collection will soon be high-tech. Like in this system used in Texas, transponders mounted on your windshield will signal a computer to debit your account.
They really don't have to slow down very much at all.
Although Mrs. Bryant is the first to complete a modern private toll road, she is not alone. There are at least 13 other private roads now being built. And as it turns out, roads are just the beginning.
It's roads, it's water systems, it's wastewater systems, it's ports, it's airports.
Scott Miller's company, United Infrastructure, is dedicated to making a private profit from rebuilding public infrastructure.
The public, in many ways, doesn't have a choice today. Governments have run out of money at all levels, federal, state, and local agencies, to keep up with the demands for infrastructure of all types.
Even the Transportation Secretary, Federico Pena, says Miller is right.
It's not pretty. You can drive and be in almost any part of the country and see deteriorating infrastructure. You can see bridges that are falling down, highways that are not constructed very well.
But what about the 18 cents a gallon we all pay in gasoline taxes precisely to build and maintain free roads? Secretary Pena admits there is a $25 billion a year gap between those taxes and what's needed.
So we do need to turn to the private sector to help us make up at least part of that gap.
Is she going to win the Maryland Hunt Cup?
Still, for Maggie Bryant, it is a risk. Her road was extremely expensive. Bankers tried to back out twice, and she was underestimated, she says, both because she was first and a woman.
I think there's never been belief that it wasn't a good project. It was more that we couldn't pull it off.
But there she was, leading the opening lap, gunning her yellow convertible down the road she built, and pioneering an America that she hopes will pay as it goes. In Leesburg, Virginia, Wyatt Andrews for Eye on America.
Coming up next, is this art? Nope, it's Roger.
I'm Roger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Fine, thanks.
This shop is very much different now. Ford customers told us what they wanted. We have people up on the drive that greet them as soon as they come in. The car is written up within a few minutes, and once we get the repair order in hand, we get a pretty good idea where to go and what we're looking for. The top priority is fix it right the first time, on time. Quality care standards, it must work pretty good. We get letters, cards, a handshake now and then. You know, people let us know this is what they want.
Quality care people, quality care standards at your Ford and Lincoln Mercury dealer.
Would we claim the Norelco razor shaves closer than ever, without hundreds of tests to back it up? Say our precision groove helps the Norelco lift and cut system shave closer, without proof? No. We wouldn't say it's our closest shave ever without science, sensors, tests. But of all the tests that prove it's closer, the most convincing requires a personal touch. The Norelco razor, our closest shave ever.
To build something that endures takes hard-working people. People who care. People with vision. And the strength to see the job through. We know, since 1904, that's how we've built a name for ourselves in financial services. Providian. Insurance, credit, and retirement savings.
Salad Shooter helps you every day.
How about some cheese for your pizza or perfect Salad Shooter hash browns for breakfast, vegetables sliced or shredded, and nothing tops a salad like Salad Shooter.
Point and shoot to help you every day.
Presto Salad Shooter electric slicer shredder. So you can fill an omelet, slice a beet, make a soup, top a treat. Clean up easy, dishwasher safe, stores anywhere.
Salad Shooter helps you every day.
Original and professional Salad Shooter.
Well, finally tonight, some news from the world of art and culture. Many people would probably agree that a work of art should have something to say, or perhaps make you look at something familiar in a different way. With that in mind, John Blackstone shows you what some consider an artwork, one with plenty to say to you, whether you like it or not.
On America's sidewalks, the homeless have become so familiar as to be almost invisible, except for Roger. Roger used to be homeless. Now, he's a work of art.
The clean simplicity of the helps accent the whole work of art.
Not long ago, Roger lived on Waterloo Bridge in London. But now with a platform, a chair, and a sign...
I'm Roger.
Yeah. He's been transformed into a traveling exhibit.
And so you're just doing your American tour now?
American tour, our project, hoping that people will buy me.
Take you home?
I'll take you home, I'll give you a fresh start.
Yeah.
Roger's fresh start was actually provided by Tony Kaye. He's a British TV director and artist who some might say stretches the boundaries of even today's definition of art.
It was totally like a movie. Roger woke up at 8:45 on Waterloo Bridge as a tramp, and by 12 o'clock midday, he'd become a work of art.
At leading museums in Washington, Los Angeles, and San Francisco, art lovers have been able to examine Roger on the sidewalk.
It's not part of our artistic program.
Yeah, I see. You didn't invite them here.
No, I mean it is that they're on, I think, public property there.
Inside the museum, of course, there's only real art. 3 house trailers are drawing crowds this month. Empty toilet rolls and a couple of cans of cleanser are in the permanent collection. Is this art?
I'm actually not going to comment about that.
It's all in the eye of the beholder, and you always want to remember that about art.
Nice talking to you.
Yes, sir.
If nothing else, it stimulates communication. Now look at the nice discussion we're all having.
Nice meeting you, buddy. All the best.
Roger is enjoying his modest celebrity, but says every human deserves to be considered a work of art. John Blackstone, CBS News, San Francisco.
Actually, I'm not going to comment on that. Bob Schieffer will have the news for you tomorrow. I'll be back on Monday for the CBS Evening News. Dan Rather reporting. Enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. Good night.
CBS News. Have you seen your country today?
A new car?